Alright. First stream that should be back. Again, I'm only going to be streaming for 90 minutes, so I'm going to have to set the timer up. 90-minute workouts. See, 90-minute work, 20-minute break, 30-minute work, 10-minute break. It's supposed to be 60, so I'm going to change that. But, just been time blocking more recently with my work, and no, not just trading, but life in general, so that is pretty much it. I'm gonna do top down. I didn't chart last night because I was too busy watching videos on multiple different aspects and taking notes, and it's mainly just about content creation. So that's all I'm gonna just say, because I know I'm trying to get better, with just saying the right things. I know a lot of y'all probably won't relate to that, but I'll let you know anyways. So one of the alerts went off, and that was for AVAX, AVAX USD pretty much a coin for right now, and then eventually linked USDT are still active right now. Everything in crypto went down, and I'll show you that in a few. But as for the forex pairs, yesterday we had that drop, and I was unable to show you that, guys, because I didn't stream. Because if I'm being completely honest, I woke up a little bit late, and then I went back to sleep. And it's because from the previous night I was studying a little bit too much. I think that's kind of why I started using the time aspect element, because I just, whenever I strain too long, I don't get enough done, and then eventually I feel the need to do more, I just feel the need to go back, not from the streaming, but from my actual work, the things I have to do outside of streaming, and just go and finish them as much as possible. And then eventually it leads to me staying up to 2 to 1 to 2 a.m. and then eventually I wake up late. I feel sluggish and I don't even feel like trading, so I'll just go back to bed, because that's normal. You don't want to be trading when you're tired, and that's a different story. That's kind of why I didn't stream yesterday, if I'm being honest. So we took buy side here on the daily. Here we hit the consequent encroachment on the weekly. You can see that clear as day. We tapped up into it. Now we're dropping, and I was watching dollar, and I called it out on the Discord for a market maker buy model that could be forming, but I potentially wanted this sell side liquidity to be taken out. Main reason why is because that's where market maker buy models usually form. But then again, we had the discounted wick of the consequent encroachment here, and I knew that was going to be a very powerful level, since it was just barely above equilibrium, and if we did stab up into it, I wouldn't be against it, honestly. And you can see that clear as day. We have the market maker buy model forming, and I called this out on the Discord again. If you don't have proof, go join the Discord and you'll see for yourself. That's all you need, alright? And then eventually, we have this order block, and then the SIBI that we're watching pretty much, and I am going to be watching that, so I'm going to be watching to see if price can get up into there, and then eventually start to have that reaction to move price lower. But again, even then, whenever we're above equilibrium like this, I don't even try to look for anything. I don't try to look for shorts. I don't try to look for longs. I'm neutral, especially on the forex pairs. I'm neutral. I usually like catching whenever the reaccumulation for longs sets in. But this is a smaller market maker model on the lower time frame. As if I need more confirmation for us to confirm that we're gonna go back up, all the way up to up here. In order for that to be confirmed, it's probably a daily or a weekly close, and then eventually I'll be looking for more. But until then, for this week, I'm kind of more of a neutral bias. Of course, I can see us going up, continuing up, or we can drop after hitting these PDA rates, because we still have yet to take out the sell side. And then on this one, we're still yet to close above inside the monthly SIBI, the monthly BISI, on dollar. For this one is a monthly SIBI right here. So we did have this breaker here for him, but I marked it out as a daily order block because that's what my eye saw first, this down close candle. But eventually it became a breaker on the lower time frame. Pretty simple, pretty smooth. 4-hour buy side imbalance here, and I'm gonna put it right there. 1 hour time frame, you can see again with the breaker and the order block, euro has been a lot more sloppy. It took out this form of buy side, a sell side, that it never had took out this buy side here. We are building high resistance here, so it just seems clear to me. We probably want to come back up. If we do, then of course we will, but if not, then my sell side draw will probably have to be these lows down here. I'll probably use the most external low that I can possibly find from that range, because everything looks high resistance there. So that is pretty much it right there. I think I moved. Okay, no, I didn't move it. My hands are pretty cold. I need a heater in my room or something, bro. I need to turn these fans off because let me check the weather, honestly. Because it's about to start getting cold. And I'm pretty scared because I'm not prepared. So yeah, no, I've really been trying to level up. I've been reading more, watching more podcasts, taking more notes on different things. So I did say I was going to continue streaming though, guys, but for a limited time. I'm going to be streaming for a certain amount of time every day. I can't go and stream 5 hours today and then 3 hours tomorrow. I need a consistent basis of a schedule, or else I won't perform as well. And that's why, So I'm going, I don't know what I was going to look at on my phone. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at the Discord. I forgot to check if there was news. A lot of people were saying that, well, someone said in the Discord they're going to look at 2C City's going to look at P-up session, so. Oh, no, today we have 10 o'clock news, so. So 2 stages of news manipulation, pretty much. That's what we have today. So yeah, we marked out both sides. We have this sell side right here, and then we have this buy side here. So for the 10 o'clock news, I'll be looking to see if we can come up probably up into here, and then eventually drop. It's kind of what I'm watching. I don't want to see this one get respected. Probably this one up here. We probably have like a little short-term breaker here that would probably verify it a lot better, and make it seem a lot more reasonable for us to go in there. Right here, this body of this. And then drop. The 15 on the 5 minute looks clear to a breaker. And that's pretty much it on Euro for the freaking analysis right now. GU, let's go to GU. GU's, that's been a lot more of my favorite. But here we have a buy side and balance. We're on the daily. We're on this on the daily, bro. And it's kind of the scary part to me, because if we're going to continue up and close above the monthly CIBI, to me that seems like we're a little bit more bullish and we're making an inversion. But even then, sometimes we don't really respect inversion fair value gaps, especially if they're on the lower time frame. Like 1 minute fair value gaps get ran through, 1 minute inversions they get ran through both times, like multiple times. But yeah, no, this daily CIBI, daily BCM, I'm marking out, and I'm gonna keep it in the back of my mind, especially for that SMT chart whenever we go review that right now. So if we go to the 1 hour chart, we see the breaker again. It didn't really get respected, if I'm being completely honest. Not even the mean threshold. So we're gonna wait for the 4 hour one, and we're gonna wait for the buy side and balance here. But as of right now, I think we're targeting these lows, so I'm gonna mark them out. I'm gonna make this out a little bit more clear. So that's what I do see us coming down and eventually hitting, and then we have a buy side and balance there. And if not, then of course coming back up probably to one of these areas here if we do form a CIBI. But if we drop to the 15 minute chart, we can see we have one CIBI right here that's left unfilled. If we do come back up for the second stage of distribution, if not, then I think we're gonna come up and hit this and then drop. That's another thing we can see. Probably seeing that, then dropping, or if not, then coming up here and then dropping. Really the only two things I can really see. If not, then I just see nothing happening. We're just gonna take this out and then eventually chop, or come back up and chop. Yeah, and chop inside the BC. That's all I really see there for this one. Oh yeah, I need to take out this right here. Stay high, stay low. Take that out. For this one, same thing with NQ. NQ's making all-time highs. Oh no, it's not. It's making summer highs. That's not summer highs, and it's just continuing up. Honestly, if we hold, continue, I want to see it stay above that. And then for this one too, really just the same thing. I do see us coming back up to this volume imbalance. I don't know if we ever did. So I'm gonna measure that real quick. So we are hitting it now. Mark it out. But I just do see us coming up and hitting into it. And it depends on how we close, really. That's the only thing I'm really watching. If we do close like above it, or like, yeah, like halfway past, then I think we're gonna come and probably take out the highs. It just seems reasonable since the stocks have been very, very strong, especially with Microsoft. Microsoft has been the strongest one. It's been making all-time highs recently. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but it's been pushing, been pushing so much recently, and you can just see it's making all-time highs. It's very strong right now. Same with, I think, Nvidia too. You can see that clear as day. The tech stocks are very strong right now. Meta still yet to get up there. Tesla, it's really just for tech. Apple, I think, is about to start going. Yeah, we'll start getting up there soon. So yeah, you can see, pretty much. That's kind of why we've been super strong. This one doesn't really, this one's focused mainly on tech. That's kind of why the Nasdaq has been very strong recently. So we're gonna have to take this off since we formed new highs. And buy side imbalance here on the weekly held, pushed up, formed market maker bar model, and now we're pushing up. What I expect for the end of this month really is we have a SIBI here, but these highs look promising too. So we're gonna mark out the SIBI, and then eventually, we're just gonna let it be. If we come up and we disrespect the SIBI, then it is what it is. We can't really say anything, because we've just been very strong. If we see these bearish PDA rays here get disrespected, that means bullish order flow is still intact. That's all you want to see. If you want to see, if you're bearish, you want to see bullish order flow or bullish PDA rays get disrespected. You can see we never got that. We held and we pushed up. It's clear, it's clear as day. And for this right here, if we push above it, make it inverse, most likely these highs are going to be taken out. Or even if we just push above it, most likely these highs are going to take it out. That's kind of why I'm watching that for NQ. SPX, it kind of doesn't have a sell sign of balance there. Has more promising highs, has these up here, but even then, if we do mark, oh no, hold on. Even if we do mark them out, they're really close, relatively close. There's no point in having it marked out. In my opinion, I'd rather just have these up here marked out. But it just seems like we're gonna reach up there eventually. Just how we get there really is probably the only promising, the hard part. Let me take this off right here. I'm gonna take it off. I think there's too many lines on my chart, and I'll take this off here because I just don't see us coming down anymore. I was married to the bias where would probably come down and we'll probably hit this PDA ray. We'll probably, sometimes, you will never come down to certain PDA rays until later on in life, because those are going to act as breakaway gaps, measuring gaps, or just a form of immediate rebalance. You can see we're just pushing. Barely tapped up into it, then we rallied. I've been trying to get better at the idea of not marrying a bias. I have been marrying a bias, and that's the only thing back on my mind. And I'm trying not to do that anymore. Of course, if I see a baby market maker, some model here forming right here, pretend it's barely forming. I'll try not to catch a smart money reversal. I'll zoom out on the weekly here, and I'll tell myself, is it really gonna happen? Is it reasonable for us to barely drop now since we took out the highs? And just thinking about that higher time frame too, thinking about the seasonality really, because the seasonality plays a big part now, and that I'm starting to really notice. Back then I didn't really collect enough data, so that's why I really don't even say I've been trading for a year, because I didn't collect anything. I was really winging it, and the first year I don't really even count it. As of right now, this is really my first year. I'm still in the progress of it, pretty much. I started ICT concepts in January, but I started taking notes and actually on the data of the charts, real data, probably June, and then just full data, the best data has been in October. So it's really been just a month, really. Oh, what was this level? I think it was I don't know what it is. I think it was a new week opening gap level. But again, premium weight consequent encroachment has been respected multiple times. You can see that. That's why I kept it on the chart, because I already knew levels like that usually come back down and are used as inversions. If you're in a premium and you come up above it, you're bullish, you come back down, you use it as a discount, and then you push up. And it's simple as that, really. You don't want to overcomplicate things. I'm going to take off all these levels because, again, we're just not coming down to them, and I think it's kind of pointless having them on the chart. You know, they just cluster my chart too much, and eventually, if we do come back down, I'll have them in the back of my mind. You know, this one never came and got tapped up into. And for this one, we're gonna go back up. This one we're reviewing NQ, I think. So let's go back up to the daily. Again, just that level up there. That was the level that I'm tripping out. It's not an indebted gap. So order block. This is why you need to mark your things out. You know, you don't want to just have levels on just to be levels. You know, you need to mark them out, be good with your annotations, and have those in the back of your mind. You know, they're very important. So 4 hour, we can't really see anything. 1 hour, you know, just straight bullish momentum, straight bullish order flow. There's nothing really here that you can really catch on there. Eventually on the 15-minute, just these down close candles, but even then, this is a very strong distribution candle to the upside, reaching for that, you know, probably consequent encroachment of the sell side imbalance. To me, this I probably wouldn't trade this right now, honestly, because of the news right now. Probably wait like 30 minutes after, or 15 after the news. See what the market gives me, you know. And just wait. Just be patient. Probably the order block would be a good confluence. Just probably a retracement, like an OTE or something, just continuing up. I wouldn't be against that, honestly, but I'm watching how this hourly candle closes, and actually when we close, that's when the news will come out. Same for this one. Let's watch this one. So we'll mark this out, and it's simple and sweet, just like that. Simple and sweet. 4 hour time frame. I do believe we did hold this buy sign. All the bodies were respected. Then we pushed up. 1 hour time frame. Another buy sign imbalance there. Do I see us coming back down this far? It can happen, but majority of the time it won't. So that's where, you know, for this one, where, you know, we still yet to reach that all-time high for the July highs, I think, up here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we can see us continuing up. This one has been stronger, of course, since, you know, the tech stocks, but this one eventually can catch up, since it is more of and again, I think both of them are building up low resistance. So whenever we do come down, I can see us coming down very aggressively and just swiftly, with nothing against us, you know, holding us back. There's gonna be no PDA raise holding us back whenever we just drop swiftly on low resistance and just target that external low. That will be the final target, nothing else. You know, we're not gonna target some high resist little low right here or this low. You know, we're gonna let it run. And that's what I see. So these two down close candles here, I'm gonna mark that out. And then, you know, we could mark out this fair value gap, but I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait to see what the news does and what happens. You know, that's pretty much really it. So we're just gonna wait. It's 4 hour fair value up here. You know, you can, it's inverse here held, and we pushed us up from last week, all the way from last week to Friday to Monday. When the direction is clear, you use those PDA rays. Again, those bearish PDA rays, that's bullish ones. Same with the premium wick and the consequent encroachment, or yeah, the premium wick, consequent encroachment. You use those whenever you're in a bullish order flow. You use them as inversions, so they become discount rays. Whenever they come back down, they're a discount and you buy. Same with discount to premium, you know. Say you suppose you have a discounted wick here, you run right through it, you can come back up and then drop. Same with the old lows and old highs, you know, it's simple as that. Really just simple. So for market of interest right now, we're probably gonna watch this one right here, if I'm being completely honest. But before that, we're gonna go through the SMT chart, see if we can find any SMT on the daily here. On the daily time frame, we can see pretty much really nothing. On the 1 hour, let's go to the 1 hour. I like the 1 hour offer a lot more. We have SMT here. You can see that clear as day, and that's why GU is dropping a lot more. Nah, not really. What about this right here? Not really either. Only these I see really as an SMT. Probably the 15 will look a lot better. So yeah, this one here right there. And this could have been your SMT here to find the trade idea when we were going up. And this right here, these highs, This one from the higher low, this one from the higher high. And that should have been your confluence that the market was what's poised to go lower on this one here. So we're in a bearish environment. I'm gonna close this out like that. And then we're gonna go over here and hopefully have drawings right. We're gonna go to the daily here. We're gonna try to find anything on the daily. Nothing really. Nothing on the daily there on these. Let's go to the 1 hour. I just can't really even see anything on the 1 hour either. Like these are just like moving in such a good symmetry. It's crazy. As opposed, just this one barely being above the high, and this one, is being strongly above. Again, just kind of why as SPX is a lot stronger, because it's trying to reach for more buy side that has yet to be taken out. Again, just all low resistance being built up here on really both of them, and I can't really see anything, honestly. Nothing will really gravitate my eye to any SMT. Let's go look at BTC and Ethereum. Remove drawings and remove drawings. I'm gonna go to the weekly here because how we close on this weekly time frame was important to me. So yeah, you can see that clear as day. You see how it's like that. I just hate how it's like that on the weekly. That's why I don't try to mark any. Unless I'm on the weekly, I don't try to mark it. I usually like using 4 hours to 1 hour SMTs, especially on the higher time frame. If it's a higher time frame. So for this one, we barely got above the high. I'm trying to use recent price action now. So for this and this, so we're still above, honestly. So we did drop yesterday, and I want to see weakness. If we want to be bearish, I want to see weakness, not on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a little bit weak already, but on Ethereum, I feel like Ethereum is really just is very strong right now, and I think if it continues at this pace, I just can't see Bitcoin dropping anymore. But sometimes some coins lag and then others don't. That's the thing. Bitcoin is really the world biggest crypto right now, and I say that because it is. It's one of the world's biggest crypto, and it pretty much is crypto. Bitcoin is everything for crypto. So if it's dropping, I want to see Ethereum eventually catch up and then drop. So that's pretty much it, really. For this one, we did hit this institutional order flow entry draw, and I haven't taken a trade this week, I think, because I'm trying to restrain myself from trading if it's not with my model. So that's another thing. I'm not trying to trade against my rules. I want to trade with my model, and I don't want to trade anything other than that. Because I feel like it's cheating. My emotions, or I get in an emotional state where I don't hold the trade or take too many partials, and I'm just not in the right mind state to be trading any in general. I like catching like the majority of the move of the day. I don't like scalping. Some days, I can drop to the 1 minute, find a little trade idea here, but majority of the time, I want to catch a 5 to 15 minute move on the market, and then, hold it for the rest of the day and just be content with what I got, and passive funded account with 1 trade a week if I have to, or 2 trades a week, or not even trading a whole week, just trading like every other week. I'll be content with that, because I got other things to do, and I don't want to stress about trading and like try to feel like I need to make it back up. That's usually what happens whenever I'm intraday trading, or like scalping, I should say. I've been trying to build my patience up a lot more, because whenever I'm trading crypto, I'm not intraday trading it, I'm swing trading it, and I'm holding these trades for a couple of hours. So why not hold and practice that in this market? It's gonna reflect on my trading crypto, when I'm trading this. So it's very important to me. Did you know about the Binance? I saw a YouTuber post a video about it, but I didn't have enough time to watch it. But I haven't been checking crypto news either. So eventually, I think I'll go and watch it later on. So, yeah, we're just dropping. I'm waiting for the second stage of distribution coming at 10 o'clock. There's news, so that's probably gonna move the market. But no, yeah, we're just waiting here. Honestly, I think that's the best thing to do. Wait for news, and then just waiting like 10 to 15 minutes after. Seeing if there's a traded, yeah. I'll drop down to the 1 minute if I have to. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just looking at my chat real quick. Discord chat, of course. The SEC is just attacking everyone. SEC is always like that. You know, they regulated it so hard here in the U.S. Strict regulations, bro. So they always are. If they don't approve the ETFs, I think BlackRock's gonna be very mad, you know. So I just can't see them not approving it. But you know, it probably will take time. I'm just gonna barely came up into that. Oh yeah, no, look at that. That was pretty crazy, honestly. Didn't respect it. We just pretty much ran right through. Clear, balanced price range now. This is pretty good, honestly. I think we're gonna drop now, I guess. And I think I took off NQ. Why is it like that? DQ. So I would look for Apex. Just texted me, bro. They're trying to give me a freaking discount. They're trying to make me sign up with their futures account. I'm not gonna enter. Too late, buddy. I don't care if it's 90% off. I gotta focus on these funded accounts, you know. That's my main objective, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna trade anything other than my funded. It's no point of trying to buy another account and trade on that. I'm just trying to focus on one objective only and not multitask. But the 15, to me on the 15, this looks really clear, you know. Just all this right here looks very clear. You know, all these fair value ups are gonna get ran through. All the resistance here, if we do continue to like stab through it like hot butter, and this right, if we do close below this on the 15, then I just see us using it as a means to push price even further down. Of course, you know. Of course, we're gonna wait for the news. We're gonna see if the news pushes us all the way back up, because that can happen too, you know. That's usually what happens with news. Got 2 minutes and 41 seconds, 40 seconds now. I'm just gonna watch and see. I feel like these will eventually come back up, and then we'll drop after the news. it's like 2 stages, We come down just to come up, or for these, yeah, we come down just to come up too. Maybe I'm gonna be watching that, if we don't close below the order block in that 15 minutes here for this one, I'll mark this one out then. I'll probably, it won't happen maybe. In the next 3 minutes, if it doesn't happen, then I think we're gonna be a little bit more bullish if we rally all the way up, back up. It's weird, it's like both sides, because it's 2 stages of distribution, and this one didn't have that at 8:30, but the forex pairs did. Forex pairs at 8:30, boom, distribution lower, came back up into it, and then we dropped even further, and now we're about to have 10 o'clock news, and that's probably gonna take out all the liquidity in the market. So we might come up and then eventually start to come down, or that's what honestly I can see, or eventually we just continue dropping further and further. Since these have been a lot more bullish, actually, not a little bit, they've been extremely bullish, going up above the monthly, imbalances that they have, and the weekly going up all the way to equilibrium of the range, and they've been extremely bullish. So if we continue to drop on these, that's reasonable, and you probably won't find a trade idea until like 30 or 15 minutes after. For these, these are for these, I think it's reasonable for us to go up. But if we don't, then of course that is reasonable too, going down. So I'm gonna be streaming for an hour and 30. I don't know how long the timer has left, so we're gonna go and see. So the timer here has till 9:57 basically a.m. for my time, so 10:57 in the market, and then I'm gonna take a break and then probably end the stream because I got other tasks to do, and if I see anything I like worthy, then of course I'll set an alert and then I'll trade it. I'll probably alert it in the Discord if you're in there, and then I'll alert y'all. I've been trying to get more active in there because usually when I stream so long I don't usually go on it, and it's been dying down recently, and that's something I don't want. I want to continue to have my community active, and I just got to limit the streaming sometimes. We have a SIBI here. We are respecting the order block. You can see that we haven't closed, and boom, 10 o'clock has come out, and as confirmed. Pretty much. Let's see if anything that happens for the news. See this one, yeah, drop down. See if it goes down below this, and it is. See this one can continue dropping. Same thing with this one. We've been extremely bullish. It's kind of what I anticipated or expected, I should say. It's really both sides. Either we go up, hit this, then drop, or we just drop completely. It was just a drop from the start. Either we go up to drop, and then for this one, I really couldn't have expected anything, honestly, because we are more bullish on the hard time frame, and for the lower time frame, we're in that 15-minute order block that was created. So I just I couldn't really have determined whether or not we were going to drop. And that's the hard part, because it can play both sides, but I am leaning more bearish now, and I just see all that low resistance being taken out eventually. But how we get there is probably the only hardest part only. So yeah, we're just dropping heavily now. You can see that clear as day. It's pretty smooth as to how we're gonna get there. All this low resistance is probably gonna be taken out eventually. 15-minute time frame here on both. You can see that clear as day. It's probably won't come up. It's probably gonna drop heavily and take out all that low resistance there, all this right here. My objective probably would have to be right here. If I want to complete that, this one right here. So yeah, so I want to be against any of that, honestly. There's no point of not being against it. Let me see which one is weaker. I think NQ is a lot weaker since it has been pushing up a lot more. But I'll set my alerts, honestly. just in case something happens, and we go back up, probably find a trade. And if not, then we're not probably. I'm sitting here now. We probably won't find a trade idea. It's just like that, It's just been extremely bearish. So yeah, no, yeah, it just seems like really. Maybe we come up into here. We swept this right here. Swept that internal buy side. I'll be wanting to see if we come back up into there. For these, I think we're gonna drop heavily. This one too, I can see us coming back up into here maybe. So we didn't sweep that. You see that? Clear SMT there on the 1 minute. Euro did, GU didn't. So I would probably look for it on maybe find another SMT. They're just pumping, man. They take out those lows and it is holding, so it's a good indication to me. Institutional order frontage run. Now the wicks are coming in. Not as bearish as I would have expected, honestly. Tomorrow we have 3:15 a.m. Yeah, pretty much all Euro news, and then after that we have the USD holiday tomorrow all day. So I feel like the S&P and all that will be probably really sloppy, and then London for the Euro or FX pairs will probably be the best time to trade if you're gonna trade tomorrow. Of course, that'll be the best option for you. So yeah, boom. I'm gonna save all these charts here because I feel like later on we're gonna call them and just need them honestly for my tape reading. Because I feel like today's more of a tape reading session than trading, honestly. But there's nothing wrong with that sometimes. Perfect. It's perfect. So let's see if we come back up. Yeah, we're hitting that now. Let's see if we have strong distribution lower. This one hit the volume imbalance, or the other one, this one right here. Hit the little volume imbalance we had. I want to see us. So you can see that held perfectly. That would be an institutional order flow drill there, I think. Even if it's not a fair value gap. Because order flow is getting respected still. So that's not a bad trade. These are just dropping here. Dollar's probably just pumping up above the inversion fair value gap on the daily. We're hitting that order block and the CB. So probably are going to see some strong little rejection here that we're going to get sooner or later. And on the 1 hour we ran right through that. Take that off. So yeah, pretty much is really it, honestly. You can see dollar coming down eventually for a little bit, and these FX pairs coming back up, and then we'll be able to catch a short eventually on these, just waiting for that reversal to happen later on. Taking out this buy side, maybe this up here too for GU, and then for Euro probably taking out this buy side, then dropping, or maybe coming into a sell side imbalance, then eventually dropping. But as of right now, we're continuing to be bearish. Weekly time frame, I can see us coming down a lot further than we expect. So I wouldn't want to hold a trade for tomorrow though, since it is a USD holiday, and I'll be very patient. But yeah, no, that's pretty much news too for the FX pairs after tomorrow. Just building patience, being disciplined, waiting for your model. I think that's one of the best things you can do. That's what I'm doing. It feels so great. You don't feel stress, urges. You don't feel none of that, because you're sticking to what you were gonna say or what you were gonna do. I didn't mean to do that. And you're actually listening to yourself, and you're trusting yourself, and you're not betraying yourself. And it's a beautiful feeling. See, by day and by night, I am being prospered in all my interests. And it's just simple things like that, you know, because I am free of the fear of failure. You know, I'm not scared to lose, because you know losing is inevitable, but the fear is gone from me because I know eventually I'll be successful, because you know after X amount of time and X amount of work, it's bound to happen. The input, eventually you will get the output that you need. And I take the risk because the rewards are greater than my fears. You know, the risk reward will always be greater than your fear, you know. That's why I hold the trade. I try not to, or I will not usually cut at break even anymore. I gotta read more today. Yesterday I did a good amount of reading, but I feel like I should finish this book by this week. Like, what is tomorrow? Thursday. I need to finish it tonight. I need to finish it. That's my main priority, because tomorrow I'm gonna be very busy, and I'll probably read like a chapter or two in a book, a new one, to start it off, and then eventually, just go and celebrate. I'll take that off. It just didn't follow my model, you know. Probably this higher time frame one did, but this one lower time frame probably wouldn't. It's like a redistribution phase, and we never got into there. And this one did. When just news came out, you can see that. I was unaware of today because of charting. I didn't chart last night. Again, I was just very busy. I probably am gonna make a video after this. After I'm done with the 90 minutes, I'm gonna go take 90 minutes to go make a video for the other channel, since I have yet to make a video. It's probably gonna be like a beginner guide video, and it's probably not gonna be one that is not too advanced, but it is gonna be advanced. I'm gonna show you guys some concepts that you'll be, you know, reasonable to be looking for. So 950 10 tune. Huh? What?
I know, but looking at that screen, it fucking hurts my head more. I can't.
Alright, so I got other tasks to do now. Later. Let me see if this holds, honestly. Let me see when my books are coming in. My books are supposed to be coming Friday. I'm gonna see if they're a man of the word, you know. The payment has still yet to go into my account. It's something that trips me out. Like, why isn't it? That's something that bugs me. Why didn't this transaction go through? There we go. There, yeah, it went through. One of these books got more expensive. One of the books I was looking at got more expensive. I was thinking to myself, man, it's Black Friday, I gotta get something on sale for these books. Again, so we're just dropping here. This one we have disrespected that bearish PDA right now. We're gonna come up. We're gonna see if we can come and fill this up. Same thing on this one. I want to see if we can come back up and fill this balanced price range up. We did hit this. You can see that. I guess this would be a reasonable level to expect us to drop and have some sort of resistance at. But even then, I feel like this one will be a lot more powerful since it is in a deeper premium. That's kind of why I'm watching that. Use it to get above there, above the 4-hour order block, and I want to see if we can continue up eventually and then have some sort of retracement for these. You know, we're just continuing to drop. I can see us dropping a lot more than we can usually expect. You know, I would have wanted some sort of retracement. We got it here. I didn't really see it on the 15. That's kind of why it's important to time frame scale. Only really saw this on the 5-minute. We tapped up into it, but it was, again, just all, this was all before the news, and I didn't want to enter before the news because usually that can give me 2 stages of distribution or a 2-stage manipulation. You know, come down here, come back down, then we come back all the way up, and then come back down again. But for the news, we come back up. So that's why usually I waited, and I think, you know, it's reasonable to wait. There's no point of not waiting. For this, we're gonna see what level that is. It's the low. We have reached the low for our objective here on this market there, and then for this one we have reached it too. But our reasonable area for both of them, again, would probably have to be here. So I'll mark this out. And for this one too, again, it would probably have to be this one. So, you know, Euro is closer to its objective for right now, but you know, eventually I can see GU eventually catching up, since this one has been more of the weaker one on the higher time frame. You know, it didn't reach as far as Euro did. You know, Euro, it went above the monthly SIBI high. This one barely tapped up into it right now, and it started dropping. You know, I guess, you know, we can expect honestly some lower movement, or some slower movement I should say, from GU rather than opposed to GU. GU can move, I mean EU can move a lot more strongly and continue to push us in that direction, because this one has been too strong in my opinion. But that's all I'm really watching. I don't think I want to watch anything else. Indices, you know, it's more of a battle here that I do think we're gonna go up, but we came down just to go up, you know. And I want to see this PDA ray here on the 1 minute, the PDA ray there, the balanced price range. This is acting like what a means to push price higher. Came down, had the institutional order flow intro. Same thing for NQI bet. Came down, had the institutional order flow entry drill, and it just seems reasonable if you want to go up now. There's not enough price action yet on these time frames, only on the 1 minute, and you know, these have been extremely bullish the past couple of weeks. So, you know, I can see us continuing for SPX, but if we don't continue, then Nasdaq will drop eventually too. SPX has yet to reach that buy side liquidity from July. That's something I've been watching, you know. But you can see here, you know, we didn't push above this bearish PDA array. So I think we're going to continue to be a little bit more bearish than bullish as of right now. But it just all depends, you know, how those prices fluctuate around that 1 hour buy side imbalance high. And if we want to dig deeper, then we will. But if not, then of course we don't have to. So that buy side imbalance here on the daily did not get respected at all for GPB USD. You can see that SIBI here respected. I would have wanted us to come back up into the breaker and then drop. That would have been a perfect unicorn model. And we just left all this unfilled, all this high, I mean this low to this high right here. We left all that range unfilled, and then eventually this too, you know. So, you know, to me it seems like we're reasonably very bearish. There's no point of us coming back up, probably to these little PDA rays here, but nowhere near equilibrium. You know, we need to stay in that discount of the range right now. You know, we don't need to come up to a premium anymore because we're extremely bearish. You know, there's no point of coming up into here if we are extremely bearish and we formed the high for the month and then eventually for the market make a buy model or sell model here on the higher time frame, because, you know, overall, you know, on the monthly we are bearish. There's no point of us having this bullish order flow anymore, in my opinion. Of course, we're gonna have some reasonable measure to have some resistance coming into here, you know, and chop and then eventually dropping. But as to how we got up there really quickly is something that really shook me because of the news. The news is really heavy, pushing price and just manipulating it heavily, and just being able to have its own way. If you unexpected, and you don't expect that to happen. Sometimes you can get caught on the wrong side, and that's what happens here on this market, the forex markets. They move a lot more strongly whenever their objective on the higher time frame is yet to be met, and the news will push you in that direction. And that's one thing you need to be careful of, is the news. That's kind of why with forex the news is a lot more manipulated, because it is a bigger market, and it is a central market for the world. For the S&P and the indices, the news is still manipulated, but not as much, and there's still a lot of volume left inside of the S&P and Nasdaq as opposed to the forex markets. When the news comes out for the forex markets, it usually doesn't have much of volatility left inside after. So that's something you need to be a little bit more wary of, especially if you're trading forex and you're in a trade before the news. You need to be careful of to just know, if you're on the wrong side, the market can probably take a while to get back down to your right side, to the right side you were trying to anticipate. So you just need to be cautious. That's why I usually wait for news. But sometimes you won't get a trade, some days you will, and it just really depends on what news event it is too. I want to see if we continue up. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. We did push above that. We came down and we hit it for NQ, and then yes, we had a little fair value gap there. I don't know if we came back up into it. So it's like a little inverse. We did tap up into it, and we rallied. So we had a sweep of liquidity there from these lows, which would be a 1 hour buy center balance high, and then greater than inversion. So a came up, then we came down and changed in steady delivery. We're still yet to get above this, and we're still yet to get above this. This right here, this whole range to me is not as important as opposed to the small range here. Main reason why is because this has multiple imbalances, has 1, 2, 3 imbalances, and if we're able to get above that, then to me it seems like we're going to be more reasonably bullish. As opposed, even if for this one or this one, because this has 3 and 1, bro. Like when you have 3 back and forth movement ranges, so many orders there that are filled to reasonably expect price to go higher, and if we're able to get above that, like right there, I think we're going to continue. There's no point of not continuing up. We're just going to wait for that. So if we're able to hold our form above here, to me it just seems like we're going to be bullish. We're going to mark this out. Oh, it's already marked out. So yeah, no, it just seems like we're going to be bullish. If we don't get a retracement back into a fair value gap, then it just seems like we're not going to, it just seems like we're going to be extremely bullish. We're going to continue up after taking out some high resistance and then eventually hitting the sell side objective. Euro USD, I'll check that out in a few seconds after this. Touched ES fair value gap and almost touched the inversion fair value gap. Euro USD. I haven't traded in 5 days because the market conditions have just been trash. Yeah, the market conditions haven't been the best, honestly. I won't lie to you about that. Either we're extremely one-sided and we just move so much in that one direction, we never get any retracement, we don't get anything, or it just chops and it goes back and forth, and that's how the market has been right now, since it's a seasonal tendency really, since this season here has more volume, and it just tends to just gyrate eventually, and then eventually it goes in the direction it needs to, and it leaves you offside Or, I mean, it leaves you unable to catch a trade idea. In 9 seconds. It's 1.47. See if we get an institutional order differential there. So we're using this PD array as a what? Inversion. Yeah, we're extremely bullish, man. Extremely bullish. That is extremely heavily bullish. You see, we tapped up and then we rallied. I would have wanted this right here. Not this right here. This one better. This little wake. It's kind of what I'm waiting for, honestly. If we can see if we can get a little retracement back near this. Doesn't have to be inside of here. It can just be inside of here. Just a little wick and then we rally. If not, then create a new one here and then wake into it and rally. Have like an immediate rebalance maybe. We're bullish. We're very bullish, my brother. Extremely. Go back up to the 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute. Alright. Seems clean. Everything seems very clean here. Nasdaq got above here, clean. SPX got above here, clean. You be trading outside of AM zone? I do. I trade PM session sometimes. Let's go to Euro USD. So now Euro is still not doing what I wanted to do. And it's reasonable, honestly, since it has been dropping a lot more. It's reasonable to happen. We took out the liquidity. I would want a retracement back up into here. This, I don't think we're going to get into it. I'm going to just take it off, honestly. There's no point. I was expecting that for the news, but the news never happened to get into there. So I'll just wait for this, honestly. This order block here. And then probably like a little volume imbalance there. And then eventually we drop. So set an alert. And then for GU, pretty much the same thing, honestly. This one left it a lot more cleaner. If they don't get into there, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm not against it, honestly. I'm gonna see where equilibrium this range is. So we're still yet to reach into it. I can see us going back up into it, maybe. Just reasonably. Reasonably expected, honestly. We have a breaker on the 5 minute with if you have like a unicorn on the 15 minute order, but I don't know if we're gonna get respected because of higher time frame. Yeah, just pay attention to higher time frame. I try not to focus on these lower time frames, or I just read them and use them as a means to see where the order flow is going. But I try to pay attention more to higher time frame now. I really just use these PD arrays. Like here on the 1 minute, I'm just using these as a means to see how the order flow is going. You know, simple as that. I don't try to use them to give me a direction in the market. I already know where the higher time frame is going, and I use that direction. And I use these simple PD arrays on the lower time frames as a means to measure order flow. You know, if we're going down, then we're gonna go down, and on the higher time frame, we're gonna go down to a reasonable area and see why we're going down there. You know, and then, you know, it could just be a correction, or it can just be, you know, a little area of liquidity which we have to take out before we go up. And that's where I try to work on a little bit more. So yeah, that's really it, you know. I think higher time frame is key. You know, eventually, you know, some days, you know, it will go against the higher time frame, but you have to be reasonably ready to anticipate that. You have to be able to understand why price is doing that, because price, you know, it doesn't move in tandem. It doesn't move without a reason. You have to understand why it's moving like that. And I think that's one of the biggest things, you know, that a lot of people struggle with, is understanding why price is moving in the direction it's moving in. Try to be reasonable, try to be logical, you know, don't try to be emotional. Be logical about what price is doing and why it's doing what it's doing. And it's simple as that, you know. A lot of people overcomplicate it, or they tend to make it more complicated, and it shouldn't be, you know. It's simple, it's sweet, and it's completely in your control, you know. Close on a bearish mitigation block from the 5 minute. Yeah, I see that. Is it gonna get respected? Probably not. Why? Because look, the order flow is telling me we're bullish. This 1 minute confluence, 1 minute SIBI here got disrespected, came back, repriced into it, and rallied. The SIBI here respected, its balanced price range here respected. We hit an equilibrium. We can have some sort of resistance. And, you know, I'm not against that. I really am. Looking to close above the recent day's high. Then we could be anticipating a bullish reaction over this week. The previous day high. Where even is previous? I didn't even mark it out. Oh yeah, if we close above. That's another confluence I really didn't use as much. Was like if we close above the previous day high, or if we close above the previous week high, you know. We're gonna continue to anticipate us going in that direction. Or continue, like, if we close below, you know, continue us to go lower. And that's one of the confluences I didn't use. It's very underrated. A lot of people don't use it. I think a lot of people should use it. You know, it's a lot more. It gives you a lot more clear of a direction as to what the market should be doing, and it gives you a direction. You know why, you know, should be going there. Because you know it's a reasonable level. It's a really powerful level. So yeah, no, we're just reasonably. I want to see us eventually get up above here. That is kind of my objective right now. But we do have a little 1 minute buy center balance that we have here. And I think we can come down into it maybe if we want to. But I think if we hold above consequent encroachment of here, that would be a very good indication here for me that, you know, we're just strong. But even then, we can come back down into that area and then go higher. I wouldn't be against that either. Have you been trading? No, I haven't took a trade until yesterday. No, wait, what am I saying? I didn't even take a trade yesterday. Only crypto, but for the funded accounts, I didn't trade at all. But for the crypto, it was like a break-even XRP trade. I can show you that probably later. But as for the Forex funded accounts, the last trade I've taken was probably last week on that Euro trade I showed on the Discord where I was trying to swing trade it. That's pretty much the only trade. Then eventually I got stopped out, and then no, yeah, it went up even higher and I got stopped out. My original target was below like the previous day lows, and it would have met, you know, probably hit my profit target, but I don't know, I just got not really greedy, but I just had that higher time frame in mind, you know, like this is where the smart money reversal can happen, so I'm gonna hold it. And it wasn't much in my position, so I guess that's kind of another reason why. But yeah, no, it didn't work out in my favor, so I'm not against it, honestly. It was worth it, you know. That's probably the longest trade I've held. It was for a day. So yeah, it was pretty much worth it. It's hard staying out the market, but you gotta, I mean, it really isn't. To me, you know, I could have entered a trade right here with a reasonable, you know, area to enter, and still had confluence to hold. You can enter at any time frame, any confluence using ICT concepts, and it's really just measuring the order flow. Having a higher time frame bias in the back of your mind, just using the order flow to follow that direction. I think that's the best thing you can do, honestly. That's the only way. That's the only way, man. I see a lot of people trade, you know, 1 minute time frame. They trade 5 minute. They're just overall an all around trader tonight. I want to be like that, you know. I aspire to be like that. I think that's one of the best ways to trade. I'm bullish. Close on the 5 minute above the consequent encroachment. So no, yeah, we're extremely bullish. And I'm just waiting to see if we can continue and probably complete this 1 minute market maker model here that I see formed. You know, it's near the PD arrays of which are bound to be inversed, and just waiting for them, honestly. We're having a hard time here, you know. We're having in a premium side, we're having a hard time. Now we're barely getting above it. You know, we're slowly climbing up out of it. To me, I would have wanted to see more speed because we have another one, and then the high. But you know, it just happens. Usually after the news, this is what happens. I want to see, you know, if we can. We already got this right here. This rebalance, immediate rebalance. I just want to see this continuing up. I guess we can have some trouble, but, you know, to me, I would have preferred to see us continuing up. I guess this one will be another confluence. Do not see us get below. About to tap inside box, setup, market maker buy model. The market maker buy model is very powerful, or just market maker models in general are very powerful. If you know how to use them correctly and you know how universal they are in every time frame, in every market, you just really, you can't unsee it after that. It's really just the trade entry and your technique on the trade entry that is the problem. Everything else is correct for the market maker model. Market maker model gives you a bias. It gives you narrative, really. But as to how you enter that trade using that narrative is probably the only time that you have trouble with. Well, now we're just coming back down. Reasonable, honestly. If we come down here to this range here, consequent encroachment. It's right here, right here. So to the fair value gap would be reasonable of this retracement lag. If we do come back. Unicorn at 1 minute. I don't know where you're seeing a unicorn. I don't really see a unicorn. As opposed probably to right here, maybe this would probably be a unicorn. But it got left unfilled, and this is the equilibrium of this little price lag. And again, we're inside of the discounted range, so I want to see us hold inside of here, you know. But if we do come down eventually, probably this would probably be the next area. I just don't want to see us come down here, maybe, and then probably down here. To me, that would seem like it's not really as bullish as I want it to be. So I'll just measure the order flow. So yeah. So we're gonna see if consequent encroachment of this wick holds us to that direction and steers us in the right direction. So we're just gonna wait for that, honestly. Over to the left, swing high. The fair value gap you have marked out. This right here. Swing high to the left. This over here, maybe. What he's looking at. This one right here. I think it would be this one. Fair value up there. This is the real. It's the real deal right here. You know, if we don't get above that, maybe order flow would change in the direction. If we respect it and we continue to drop, maybe then maybe the order flow will be changing. And then it is near consequent encroachment too. So then you can expect a reasonable drop. So yeah, 16 minutes. 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so these swing highs, and then I guess it would be a breaker, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can probably see that on the 1 minute, coming, hitting this, and then bouncing. Again, that would be around here, so yeah, we're running right through it. See that? That is a strong delivery. I want to see if we can hold above now. That's all, really. We ran right through it. Close above consequent encroachment. I just want to see if we continue these 3 down close candles, continue above them, and then that would be, you know, an expectation for us to continue higher. So for this one, you know, we had that civvy there, and this one closed above it. So what that means, you know, NQ is very strong. It means to what, push price higher if we come back down to it. It's a immediate, not an immediate. It's just a rebalance or a redelivery into an imbalance or an inefficiency, whatever you want to call it. He has multiple names for it, and I know every single one of them. It's like they basically mean the same thing, honestly. He would say it a lot at the beginning of the 23 mentorship. I rebalance into an imbalance, and then towards the end he'll be like, it's a inefficiency. It's a redelivery into an inefficiency, you know. Like he's saying two different things, but they pretty much mean the same thing. And that's how ICT is, you know. He's trying to let it go over your head. But I think they mean the same thing, but I think they have different purposes at times. That's all. That's all, you know. So we're still yet to be respecting those. It seems reasonably, you know, that we can get a little bit further of a drop. The 5 minute, we have that 5 minute BISI that I see here on my phone. We can probably dig into that and then rally. So I'm not against that, honestly. In the 15 minute, it looks like we're hitting this big order block and probably consequent threshold. So we're still yet to reach it. So I mean, if we don't even respect the 5 minute BISI, then I think we're gonna continue to drop and probably not reach up into that, because it has a 5 minute balance price range here, and you know, if we did drop, I think that's reasonable. If we don't respect this, you know, then probably not gonna come up in here. Probably mean threshold, we're not gonna hit it. If we do respect it, and I can see us coming up in a mean threshold, probably getting above here, continuing up. So we'll mark out that. It would be this right here. This area would probably be the only area what I'll see if we can get above on that time frame. And then in the 15, I'm gonna mark out the mean threshold just to have it there, you know, just to see if we can expect some sort of resistance there. pretty much it, really. All on the 15. But even then, I think look very strong as of right now. So we can't close above. We open above though. That's a good thing to me. Have I sent it on the Discord? So I'll go look at it on my phone right now. Okay, yeah, I see it. So he was talking about this right here, this low getting broken through, and then this high right here with this fair value up. That is reasonable. And then he has a fair value up here marked out somewhere around here. I don't know what chart this is. Could be NQ or it could be pretty much anything. Yes. Okay, yeah, so SPX. So now we're just gyrating. I would wait for the macro to come in. So we did respect the 5-minute buy center balance. We're just still having trouble to get above or, yeah, just like through the balance price range on the 5-minute. Just having a little trouble. The wicks are doing the damage there on the 5-minute. Like these wicks up here, they're just like wicks. But you know, it's probably like OTE, probably like probably past equilibrium at this point. That high to that low, yeah, we're past equilibrium, and we're just having trouble in a premium. I guess this is kind of anticipated. So I'll just really wait. If we can probably continue to hold, we're running right through it, so it doesn't seem as high confluence, but I'll leave it on the chart because it is gravitating around it, and it is a strong price point. So I'll wait. So we're re-delivering back into that 5-minute buy center balance. And just watching to see if we continue to hold it. I would have it marked out here, but I have these 1-minute PD arrays marked out. Maybe we form a market maker sell model here if we don't respect these PD arrays. I can see that happening. And then us dropping back down, filling up some imbalances here that we left. How much do you think TT trades in ICT earned per upload? I really can't determine that. It really just varies from your RPM. Because it's like $18 per 1,000 view if you have over 500 subs. I mean, yeah, that seems reasonable. So they're probably making a good amount. But yeah, we're holding it, honestly. But it doesn't look too strong to me. You know? It doesn't look as strong as I would want it to be. So we're just gonna wait here, see what the market is giving us. It's really just inside this range right here. And yeah, no. I want to see if we can continue to gyrate inside of it, side of the premium, side of the range. Seems reasonable, you know. If we don't respect it, we just drop. I mean, if we respect it and drop. If we disrespect it, I think we want to get above all this price action up here, first and foremost. First and foremost, above the SIBI and above here, these 3 down close candles, and just push strongly and leave these unfilled, leave this unfilled to show that we're extremely bullish. But you know, if we don't get that, then that's reasonable. For NQ, let's watch NQ. NQ is gyrating around the 15-minute order block here, and this PDA right here got disrespected. Same with that one, and we're about to approach this one. So seems reasonable, honestly. You know, I'm gonna mark this one a little bit out further. I can see that coming down, maybe hitting that. Just a little push. Let's do short infantry on there. So we're about to approach a macro here in 1 minute. So I'm gonna be waiting to see, you know, what the macro offers to us, since we are delivering it into a inefficiency, and I want to see if we start to push price or if we continue to drop. That's all I'm really waiting for. Of course, I would like to expect us or anticipate us to rally, since we have been more bullish here, you know, and yeah, just continue up. There's no point of continuing to drop, other than just taking those orders in and then eventually going back higher. So now we're opening up a little bit more bullish on this candle. We're inside this fair value gap, and let's just wait and see, honestly, what the market gives us. It's taking a while, you know, to just actually go somewhere. We are going up. I don't want to see this be used as an inversion, so that means like pushing us lower. I would want to see it at least climb above it and then use it again as a means to push price higher. I don't want to see it used as an inversion. To me, that's a big no-no, and that would probably indicate, you know, we are probably switching order flow. But as of right now, we are respecting this. You know, we're holding, and I think we barely tap into a discount, and then we're eventually rallying this one too. You know, barely. I'll measure this range, honestly, because why not? And so yeah, we're still inside of the premium, but we're inside of a premium bullish array, and we respected it. To me, that seems, you know, we're gonna probably seek somewhere higher in the premium, other than where we have marked out here. So honestly, what I'm waiting for, just being patient. You know, I didn't think we're gonna continue up, but if we're unable to do that, then of course I'll be able to see the drop happening, and yeah, just waiting here. Honestly, I think watching price on the 1 minute, I'm getting a lot better. Just watching these PD arrays, watching the order flow, I think that's one of the best things you can work on, especially if you're one of those traders where you're just unable to view the market, you know, from certain standpoints. But here again, we're just redelivering into this. It doesn't look as bullish as I wanted to, so you know, you can anticipate a drop maybe further below, probably past that. So yeah, extremely bearish now, and I guess that's reasonable, you know. Probably past this too. If we want to continue to drop, since we disrespected this, to me, you know, it just seems a lot more bearish now. Past that now. Again, we're just very bearish now. Order flow has changed. The macro has pushed us into the opposite side of the market, and it's reasonable, you know. Again, I stated I didn't want this to be used as an inversion where we push price lower, and that happened. Push price lower, and it pushed us pretty strongly. So I'm gonna clean my chart a little bit up. I'm gonna take off all these confluences here because, you know, it's not reasonable to have them. But yeah, just watching the market, we never got up to the mean threshold. That's kind of a bummer to me. It is kind of a little bummer. For Forex, let's go to Forex now. Forex, we're just chopping. Kind of anticipated. So now I would like honestly for us to come up a little bit more on Forex. Same with Euro. I won't mark out. I'm gonna take this off. What is this area? 15-minute saving. I don't think we're gonna go up into there. If we do, then I'll see the breaker first, honestly, and then this PDA ray first. On GU, this one too. I just don't see it happening. So we came up, hit that, and drop. So yeah, so this one we're dropping now. Honestly, if you can see that, you can see the order block was kind of. We never got above here. That's kind of why I was a little bit more lenient, and then eventually here we didn't respect it at all. And so it's pretty abnormal, if you ask me. I only see one inefficiency on the 5-minute, and this would be this one right here. This would be the low, and then eventually this would be the high on the 5 minutes. The 1 minute seems like we're using it as an inversion. Probably come down here. I feel like PM session will probably offer a lot better movement, honestly. So I'll probably be watching that later on in the market, the PM session. We closed inside the 5-minute buy side and balance here on the 5-minute though. You see that? Let me see if we hold it. If not, then of course drop further down, probably down here. I was expecting these lows to be taken out this AM session, but we never got that there. But it can probably happen later on if we get a strong injection to push us lower. Let's go clean up NQ. I know NQ is a little messy. Yeah, we're just chilling here on this one. On the 5-minute for this one. This one didn't really have it. Only down here. We did close above. Or inside of it, I think. I can't be fully reasonable now. Yeah, we didn't close inside of it. This kind of way, consequent encroachment. Use that. Push price lower. Or this inversion fairly up here with this balanced price range. Mark that out right now. Never came up into it. So yeah, it just seems reasonable if we continue to drop probably these lows. First target. Same with this one, first target right there. But it doesn't look like it's wanting to push lower yet. We're still inside the 5-minute buy side imbalance. Then this 1-minute BPR. I'll probably wait. Probably wait a lot more since the macros barely better be halfway. And it'll probably, if it does want to continue to push us, probably right here. But if it doesn't, then it just wanted to redeliver into this buy side imbalance on the 5-minute. I mean, it's below equilibrium of this range too, so it's my 90 minutes. So 90 minutes are up, guys. I did say I was gonna stream for 90 minutes, and I'll probably be streaming for 90 minutes every day. So that is pretty much it for today's stream. I got other things to work on. That's kind of why, I've been trying to, if I continue to stream, I probably won't get the other things done that I need to. But if I do see anything, make sure you guys join up the Discord. I'm gonna have those alerts ready and go and on the Discord, and I'll probably be active on there. And if I do see a trade PM session, I'll alert the Discord. And if y'all want to get alerted, then make sure you guys join up. But other than that, my time here is done for the stream. Only 90 minutes from now on, because I noticed I waste too much time streaming, and I need to get other things done, and that's the process of time blocking. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. If y'all have any questions, again, join the Discord. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.